we have crossed the border between kingdoms. Still in the forest, but when we reach the end, get to the desert, then we will cross the border to Zalios. It won't take long now. Kinda makes you think, doesn't it? How big the world is, and how small we are sometimes. Alright, then I'm going to ask it. Are you feeling well, little pup? I can sense that you are on edge, to say the least. Is something wrong? It is hard for you to hide those things from me now. I've always been able to sense when something is not right, but now I can know it for sure. So, you can tell me, or you can keep feeling this way. It's your choice. But I'm here to listen, never to judge. You know that. You're feeling stressed. Even though I think I know what it is, why do you think you're stressed? Thought so. We're not only going outside the forest, which is new for you, we're also going to a very old and potentially dangerous kingdom with a very, very important mission. But we're not there yet, and we can take our time. And if you are stressed, then we'll deal with that first, before doing anything else. Hush, hush now. Calm down. I admire you, little pup. You are taking this job very seriously. And that's good. But although our mission is important, it is not urgent. We can take our time. It has not happened for thousands of years. A few extra days are not going to matter in the slightest. And if you are stressed, then that is what we'll tackle first. We can slow down and take our time. It's good to do that sometimes. To block out the world around you and just focus on now. It's good to focus on things around you, but it's equally important to care about yourself and care about the now. So how about this? Let's have a little camping trip. Not like we're going on a vacation. Just let's make this night a little bit more fancy. We'll have a bigger dinner, we'll set up a fireplace, maybe a little hut for a little bit more comfort during the night. And we'll stay up a bit later to look at the night sky together. And maybe play a few games that may or may not involve ear scratches. Well, that got your tail wagging pretty fast. Of course, little pup. Of course we can. Alright. Then I think, yeah, this looks like an alright place. So down Lionel's chest. We're gonna need it. Alright, grab a few things from here, including your sleeping bag. And what do we need? We need someone to go hunting for the food. And we're gonna need someone to gather the materials to make a campfire and maybe a hut or so. Do you have a preference? You choose whatever seems more fun to you. Alright, you go out hunting. I'll go set up a campfire. See you back here in a bit. good luck. Ah, little pup, you're back. Oh, that is a nice catch you got there. Very well done. Did you enjoy the hunt? Wonderful. Yeah, I got it. Okay, so, I might have gotten a little overboard, but I think I think you're gonna like it. Just close your eyes for a moment and walk this way. Alright, little further, little further, little further. Okay, stop. Alright? Open your eyes. Ta-da! Yes, I made it myself. Do you like it? Wonderful. Thank you. So, there's a campfire over here. We have a little, what you call it? Little big bed, if you will. A little hybrid between your bedroll and some leaves I gathered. Like these very, very big ones for whatever reason. I think we can, it's big enough that we can call up together tonight. What do you think? That sounds nice. Yes, I am excited. I get tingly feelings from inside. It's a feeling that is somewhat familiar, but strange to me. Anyway, let's cut up your catch and let's get the barbecue started. How do we light the fire? Watch this. Your old man got tricks. There we go. How? Magic. You're not the only one with magical tricks, little pop. Speaking of magical tricks, I know that there are some witchy things that you've learned from Nylon. Do you think you can add a little bit more atmosphere to this little set? You do? Well, go ahead. Ah, now that is a fancy light. Looks very cozy. Alright, let me get this, and there you go. And I've gathered some sharp sticks, so get that. There you go. And just hook it over here, and that will start cooking. Lil Pop, can I ask you something? Since I am your soul walker now, I don't need to suffer anymore. So I was wondering, am I able to eat again? So I was wondering if I could have a bite. Thank you. Let me get this small part over here. Alright, your part is done. Here you go. Now this one is yours. Go ahead. You're the one that hunted. You go first. And let's help relieve that stress, shall we? Just lean back into me and just enjoy the food. And than some pets. And don't worry about your wagging tail. I know it's cute. And I know it's embarrassing for you. But you know I don't care. Alright, mine is done as well. Let me... I'm getting actually a little nervous here. I've not eaten in over 50 years. Alright. Mm, 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 oh, oh, mm, 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 oh, goodness, this. Oh, this is the taste of angels. Mm. Oh, miss this so much. Oh, wow. This is good. Oh, good question, little pup. But no, I think I don't. I'm fine. I can eat meat. Oh, and this is my favorite. Ah, thank you, little pup. You've delivered an excellent meal. Are you enjoying it as well? Good. And are you enjoying your pets as well? Splendid. Everything for my good little pup. It might be. Oh, this is one of the best moments of my existence. Almost nothing tops this. I feel like the most blessed soul walker in all of existence. It sounds dumb. All I've done is I've finally eaten meat after 50 years while petting my little pup. And yet it feels amazing. The joys of fatherhood. The small little victories and points of joy in life are often the most magical. Even though I've enjoyed the meat, I feel a little weird about it and think I'm gonna keep limiting myself. Not as much as I have, but I don't want to eat too much. Do you have enough? Oh, you're a hungry little thing. Little fluff ball, can I be a little round fluff ball in a bit? Ah, you're adorable. Just being together with the stars above us, sitting around a campfire. This is the peak of life. For a long time I've lived in luxury, but this is something else. What is it, little pup? Does it remind you of the old times? Did you used to have a lot of campfire times with your family? And your dad was the one making huts? Well, I hope that I could have made him proud with my creation, and I hope that you find the same joy or a different kind of joy in this. It does, and I'm glad to hear that. Is there something else you did with your family around the campfire? Told stories. Do you have a nice story to tell? You want me to tell you a story? Figured. What kind of story do you want? Story about the past. Well, you know how I think of that, and I think that you are. Yeah, I'm just glancing at your face, your puppy eyes have already started. Oh, that trick will always work on me. Well, sure. I'll tell you a story of the past. Just sit up like this, press into my fur, surrounded by my arms. Let me tell you a story. The story of a wonderful individual. A wonderful young girl. Once upon a time, in a small village bordering the forest, there was a young girl named Julia. She lived in the village where humans and werewolves lived together in relative harmony, though tensions were always a bit high and people were always tense around each other because nobody truly knew what the other was thinking about them. Julia, being too young of a girl to understand this, had many friends, both human and werewolf alike, and she loved all of them. Though one night, her house caught fire, and Julia was trapped inside, her parents powerless to rescue her. But she got saved by an old grey werewolf who charged into the building in wolf form and got her out and safely back to her parents. Her parents, who were always a bit frightened of werewolves, now had the life of their little girl to thank to this werewolf, though before they could thank him, he vanished into the night. With this memory, Julia grew up into a writer of fairy tales, where she told the new generation of young children about the wonders of the forest and the werewolves. That humans and werewolves can be friends and live together peacefully. That just because other people are different does not make them bad. And so, the village over time got a little better and more peaceful around itself. That is until certain otherworldly hunters filled the night with rage, and one by one, more werewolves were framed because of livestock theft. Tensions rose between the werewolves and the people, so much so that the werewolves were cast out of the village and banished to live in the forest among themselves, away from the people. This, however, did not go peaceful, and some werewolf children were the victim. But Julia stepped up and protected the children, made sure that no harm came to them, and brought them to a safe place. Some of the werewolf children still had their parents with them, but there are some werewolf children that have human parents. Thus was the case for little Maria, that has 2 human parents and got shunned by them. But Julia stood up as a mother and took her in. Julia, ever determined to stop the hunters, went to the witches of the forest and asked them for help. The witches helped them in somewhat pacifying the hunters, and even recruited the werewolf pack to assist. But the hunters of the village were having none of it, and almost joined the night hunter group Though once the hunters of the night, these nightmare crawlers showed their true colors to the village. Even they helped along. And a new bond because of the friendly and emotionally powerful Julia was created. And now, face to face with the werewolves, she asked for the grey old werewolf that saved her life all those years ago. And there she found her old childhood friend, a werewolf named Kevin, who was glad to be reunited with her, but also told her that the old werewolf named Victor was killed by a certain hunter with 6 mouths. But together, the werewolves, witches, and hunters of the village, they were able to defeat the nightmare crawlers and pacify them. But in doing so, things went back to what they were, and the werewolf pack got divided, and bridges were burned and were never able to rebuild. And amidst all of this, again, werewolves and humans alike lost some of themselves. But Julia stayed strong, stayed with Maria, stayed with Kevin. Together they got another child, a son this time, and they grew up to be a loving family in this new chaos. And eventually, peace was returned to the woods and the village. Peace that would not last forever, but it would hold for now. And this girl, Julia, would always be remembered by everyone as the one who united the hearts of enemies. It is not a story I made up. It is a story I heard. Because she told me. Julia. She told me the story. Yes. Kevin's wife. She is not alive anymore. But when she was an amazing person. Kind to about everyone. Even to me. Even to Kuragam. No, she was not dumb or naive. But she gave people chances. She gave people chances to prove themselves. Some took those chances. Others didn't. And that is when the truth is revealed. Now, you had your say, and you got a story. How about an activity that I choose? Alright. Then, let me think. What is fun to do with you? I think... Tickle fight. Oh, you're not getting out of this one. There you go. And here is your belly. Up. No, you're not getting out of this. You're getting more. Got out. Got you again. And here's your belly again. How about your neck? Arn. Oh, no. Ah, there you go. Good enough. Ah, sneak attack, you. Oh, come here. Oh, rolling No, no, little pop, I'm happy. But this this night has been amazing with you, and I guess it reminds me of different times. Yeah, I'll tell you. But let's first snuggle up together over here, and so we have a nice view with the night sky. Alright. Activities are over. Let's relax now. Let me get you some pets. And tell you, I guess that this night has reminded me of my fatherhood. I can only remember one night like this that I had with my son. He was 6, maybe 7 years old. And we had one night of father-son fun. And I miss it. And this reminds me how much fun it is being a father. And I regret not being a better father for those kids, for my son and my daughter. I know I had to make a choice between my duties as king and my duties as father. There is no right choice in that circumstance, and still I regret the choice I made. I regret not being able to be a father to a lovely daughter and son. And when I'm with you, I feel so lucky. I feel like I got a chance I did not deserve. You make me so happy, and I really, really thank you for that. I know you feel similar. You got robbed out of your childhood at a young age. You got robbed of parents. I'm sorry for that. I guess things have a way of straightening out. I lost my right of being a father, and you lost your father. So I guess we both get a second chance here. And although I know you deserve it, I am still second guessing if I deserve it. But I'm glad that you think so. Thank you, little pup. Thank you for being an amazing child. I can see your yawn. I think it's time for you to sleep. That's it. Snuggle into Daddy. I got you. And drift off to sleep. Because although what we are going to do, what we need to do is important, but it's not urgent. Let's take time for ourselves. And let's recreate this night as many times as you want to. Because it would be my pleasure and an absolute delight.